obviously got the performance last week, but not the result. How's that affected the mood amongst the players?
Well, you can imagine how we felt after the game. I think you look at Palace, the way we played, and then went to Spurs, and then West Ham were just dominated for certainly the first 45, and I think second half as well. We created enough chances to win the game, but we didn't. And to be fair, the gaffer and the lads were devastated after. It's like, how do you lose that football match in the way we did? But we go again, like you said, we've got to keep fighting, and that's what we'll do.
The reaction's important now, isn't it? Has there been players feeling sorry for themselves a little bit this week, or is it the other way where you take the lead from the performance?
There's definitely not been feeling sorry for ourselves. I think we've had it from before the start of the season, the way things went against us, the way we started. We had a good start. But no, we certainly haven't felt sorry for ourselves, and we'll be back on the training pitch, and we'll go again against Man City.
The approach the last few weeks, has it changed? Are you a little bit more adventurous? You got the 3 against Palace, created a few chances against Tottenham, and obviously a lot of chances against West Ham. Yeah,
well, I think the way we've maybe changed formation, so we have the 2 up top. We went away to Borough, and obviously they dominated possession, and that was another game. You look how much possession they had, but to lose it was. Certainly with the set piece was massively disappointing. And then back to the KCOM against Palace, we played well, scored 3 goals, and if you score 3 goals at home, you should win the football match. So from a defensive point of view, that was disappointing, but we tried to build on it and got to Spurs, and obviously Spurs are a top team, and it was a tough night. But like I say, at West Ham, we should have took all 3 points, and to take nothing was hard, but unfortunately football's cruel at times, and we keep going. Like I've always said from day one, that the Premier League is where we want to be playing. We deserve to be here from what we did last year in the Championship, and we'll keep fighting.
A lot's been made of the defensive record. As a defender, do you look at that, and is it a concern, or is it maybe a broader problem in the fact that you've not got many strikers and you're under pressure a lot in games?
Well, it's always a concern when you're not keeping clean sheets, and like I said, to concede 3 against Palace, you score 3 and you don't win. So of course it is, and obviously last week was a penalty, disappointing, and at times we've been defending well, and things just haven't been going for us. So obviously both ends of the field are concerns you when you're not scoring enough goals and also conceding. It's a bad form, but it's something we're working on, the manager and Maka at both ends of the field, to improve.
Could a result against Manchester City really kickstart your season again?
I hope so. Obviously we know about Man City, how good they are, the players and the football club, the spending spree that they can do, the power they have, and the kind of players that can hurt you. So let's hopefully Christmas can bring us a little bit of luck and can change our fortune.
Obviously they got their style of play. For you, is that a challenge, facing something different?
Well, of course, the players that they have, they are world class. But like I said earlier, to be playing in the Championship, and we deserve to be playing in the Premier League for getting promotion. And this is what we want to test ourselves against. It's Man City coming to us on Boxing Day, and one we're all looking forward to. We know it's going to be a massive test, but I've said from day one, it's something we won't hide away from. Is we've got a group of players in there that will certainly fight and give everything they can for the teammates, the football club and the manager.
What do you make of John Stones? Plays in your position. He's slightly different style to your traditional English centre half. What do you make of the criticism at times that he gets?
I think he's a top player, and I think the age of 21, 22, got bought for an awful lot of money. I look back when I was 21, and I think John Stones in years to come will be an England regular, a world-class player, and he's at a great football club. He's going to be in the public eye all the time. People are going to criticise him because of the way he plays, but I think the talent, people will criticise people when they put the ball in Rose's head. So pundits and people will always have an opinion, but in my opinion, I think he's a top player with a massive future.
Will it take a strength of character though for him to stick to his principles? Because you mentioned it there, every time he makes a mistake, everybody says he should have put it into Rose.
Yeah, and you talk about defenders, and I look at that, and sometimes at the moment I give 2 free kicks away, and the balls have ended up in the back of the net, and it's like you make a mistake up the field and you get away with it. You make a mistake at the back, and sometimes you get punished. And John Stones at the moment, that's happening. But I think the way he plays, I enjoy watching him. I think from a young player, he will only get better and he will only learn. But he's got a bright future in the game for sure.
How relieved are you not to be facing Sergio Aguero this weekend, or in this match?
Yeah, I've said it's always nice to play against the best players in the world, and he's certainly one of them. But Boxing Day after Christmas, might have had a little bit too much turkey, and he's one player, we want to win the football match, and him not playing, he's obviously going to give us more of a chance, because he's, in my opinion, certainly one of the best, if not the best strikers in the Premier League.
How do you need to approach this game? Because recently you've been more adventurous. How do you elect to go about your business in this one?
I think we'll do the same. We'll go about trying to win the football match. Whatever formation the manager plays, whether he goes with a two up top or one, we'll wait and see. We haven't, we don't know the team, so we're at home and we'll try and win the football match. When Leicester came, when Man United came, we've had a right go, and we'll do the same again on Boxing Day.
Can I get a thought from you? Harry Maguire played very well in the last game. He's done well, hasn't he, since he's come into the team? How impressed have you been with him?
Harry's a top player. Harry's a player that, from the day I signed, he signed a couple of weeks before me from Sheffield United. He's another player that I enjoy playing with, I enjoy watching. He's a young player that's playing in the Premier League, and so he's another one that has got a big future in the game. He's played a lot of games already, and I'm sure he's enjoying playing in the three as well, because it gives him the licence to get forward, and he can bring the ball out from the back and express himself. And I think last week at West Ham it showed that. I think he had about 4 chances, 2 cleared off the line, so he's a goal threat going forward as well, and he's another big important player for us.
He's one of a number of players whose contract is up at the end of the season. What's the mood about the squad given that at the moment? Well,
it's a strange one. Obviously, I think there's 6 of us with 6 or 7 months left on our contract. So, I don't know what Harry's situation, if he's received anything from the football club. But as a player, you keep your head down. That's all you can do. We're contracted till the summer, and we'll give our all and everything we can.
And you're in the same boat, I just remind us?
Yes, I'm in the same. So it's work as usual. When you cross that white line, you give your all, and we'll see what happens in the summer.
Has the club had any conversation with you at all?
Not at this moment in time, no. So time will tell. See what, obviously, our most important thing for the football club and the owner is to stay in the Premier League. But of course, players coming to the end of the contract will have speculation. So as players, you keep your head down and work hard. You
say we'll see what happens in the summer. Will you leave it until then to make a decision?
It's out of my control. The club has to come if they want me to stay and offer. We shall see. But at this moment in time, all I can do as a player is keep doing what I'm playing and hopefully keep performing. And hopefully the club will come and offer something.
You're bottom of the table at Christmas. I know that people write many teams off, don't they, for that. How do you feel about your chances of surviving?
Well, it's the same as it was at the start. It was always going to be a big test. Things haven't changed. But we keep going and look at our last three games. It's been fine margin. We should have had certainly another 5 points on the board, and then it would have been right in the mix. 3 points off it. We've got some big games coming up. We'll do what we've always done, and that's keep fighting and keep believing.